Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, bask in the summer heat with all of today's hottest topics. And from outrageous beauty crazes to the hottest viral videos, Ali Pettigrew shares what's trending now. Plus, we're getting the tea from Master P on bringing his family empire to TV with a new reality show. Now, here's Wendy!
I love it! Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Really, I do. Say hello to my co-host, my studio audience. Looking good. And loud as hell. How you doing? I'm doing great. Got a lot to talk with you about. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Come on. Thank you. You started it, sir. I heard you. Thank you. I love you more. Thank you for being here. Okay, so look, there's another cheating scandal brewing at the Kardashian house. Well, you know what? When I was asked in our morning meeting, I was like, well, who? Because it could be anybody. It turns out it's who you'd probably expect, Scott. Scott is allegedly cheating, and Kourtney has kicked him out of the house. Now, you know, they have 3 children together, and you know, the thing is that Scott makes his living off of being a party host. I don't know what he gets per party, but let's say he gets $25,000 to show up someplace, you know, on a private plane and a suite at said place. And say he does 5 of these parties per week. That's money, that's how he's feeding his family, along with whatever they're paying him from the show. Should he not be hosting parties? It's dicey, right? Yes. Because that's good money. Yes. But I think the thing with Scott is because he, you know, drinks, you know, he's always like in and out of rehab and stuff, you know, drinking, smoking, he's sweaty, you know, his shirt's unbuttoned, there's a cute girl behind him laughing. God only knows what goes on when Scott hosts a party, but in my mind, I imagine a lot. And I feel like Kourtney might have thrown him out this time because it's happened so many times, and when it becomes public, I think sometimes, you know, a woman feels like she's got to do something for the sake of the womanhood. You know, like the sisterhood and her daughter Penelope. You know what I mean? But I remember when the show first started many, many years ago, I used to think that Kourtney was the most beautiful one. And she has become, present day, the most desexualized one. Like, I don't picture her caring about sex, not with Scott or anyone. I picture her enjoying being a mom, and being a nagging wife only because Scott is an out-of-order child. He's also 4 years younger than her, which doesn't make it, no, that's not a big deal to me. Like that, but I do have to say that when she met him, he was only 23. And they've been together for 9 years. So he met her before the show went on TV. he was probably enamored with the wealthy lifestyle because remember, they already had money before the show. Maybe not as much as they do now, but certainly, a few dollars. And then he grew up on Long Island and was used to dating Hampton girls. And we saw his late mom Bonnie's house and her setup. Remember, they had the pool and the nice backyard, a good kitchen, nice refrigerator, and he's an only child. So you can picture Scott being quite spoiled, feeling entitled, like he can do what he wants, even though he has 3 children with Kourtney, that he can do what he, fly. I don't think, though, that she'll ever leave him. Because who's she gonna leave him for? I don't picture her as sexualized. Like, I don't think that she really cares. Like, she's like, man, woman, I don't think that she cares. I don't think that she'll ever leave him because I think that family and having the father in the house, sometimes, is more important to her than her own happiness. This is what I'm reading, like just in my mind. And also, if she leaves him, she's off the show. Because, well, what else is her storyline? Look, I'm telling you. Kourtney is as boring as paint drying on the wall, okay? Like, just dead. So, I think Scott's a jerk. I think Scott needs help. I don't necessarily think they need to get married because marriage isn't for everyone. But I do think he needs to get it together for the sake of his family that he's created and grow up. Yeah. You watch Grey's Anatomy, yes? Yes. Guess who wants to come back? Katherine Heigl. Do you know the story about her? Yes. Okay, because we've talked about it many times here on Hot Topics. Her mother's her manager. Her mother, Mrs. Heigl, is like a really pushy woman. And apparently they're both pushy together. And Katherine is rumored to have a really stinky attitude, which is why her former boss, Shonda Rhimes, kicked her off the show. And remember, she was reduced to doing sleep insomnia pill commercials. Oh, you never saw Katherine Heigl in the bed? Random white woman in the bed for a sleep insomnia commercial. And you're like, wait a minute. You're like, wait a minute. Is that the big TV star Katherine Heigl peddling pills? I think it's her. So that's what her career was reduced to. And then she had a show that started last year, in February. Mm-hmm. State of Affairs. It was called State of Affairs, some sort of presidential show. It was canceled that quick. And her movie career hasn't done well at all. And so now she wants back on Grey's Anatomy. And she's ready to eat crow. Well, Katherine, as an experienced woman, I could tell you. Watch what you say about the crow. I ate the crow, okay. Look, it tastes like iron. Like iron, not even like regular metal. It tastes like iron, really metally, and it's tough, and it's dry, and it stays in your teeth for like 3 days. But eat that crow and beg Shonda Rhimes for your job back. Which, by the way, she already did beg Shonda for her job back. Shonda shut it down. No. Yeah. Well, the thing is that if you walk out on me once, I will never take you back. I will cut off my own nose despite my face. I will done. Done. Like my Norman, the black one. Norman obsesses over Grey's Anatomy. And Norman, I forgot what you said. You want her back or no?
I can take her or leave her.
McDreamy's gone. You don't want, what about you guys? Would you like to see her? No, her character, not her person, Katherine Heigl, the character. Well, clap if you'd like to see her back. Oh. Listen, when you come to this show, clap it like you mean it. You know what I mean? You don't have to, No, if you mean, clap, okay? So there are only 2 people in the audience who want you back. Katherine, find another job. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. There's a new reality show that I don't care about on account of everything about it seems fraudulent. The only way I would care is for 2 reasons. All right, let me tell you the story. The rapper Tyga. A reality show. Now, as friend to the show, Sandra Rose says, the washed up rapper Tyga, which I don't know enough about Tyga to know whether he's washed up or not. I know him for dating an underage child more than I know about his music. That's what I know, that he's dating this child. But we have a sneak peek. I know. And then we'll talk more. It's our hot clip of the day. Roll it.
Hey, yo, it's Tyga. I'm T-Raw. Welcome to my kingdom.
So you know me from being a rapper.
Yeah.
Or maybe one of my Instagram followers.
That's why they call me King Gold Chains. I'm always Kingin.
Now, you get to ride with me as I take my imagination to the next level.
Zebra's here, boy! You want a gold chain?
You're gonna do some crazy things. To show you what it means to be king.
Daisy. I just got it today.
Ain't that right, King Kyle?
Yeah, you turned them up.
Can we talk? I don't believe a word of any of that statusy stuff is his. I think that the entire lifestyle is probably rented to impress you. I'm sorry. Now, he's Filipino and I think, and Vietnamese, okay, and Jamaican. And he was raised in Compton, but then his family moved to the Valley and they drove a Range Rover. But the most I know about him is that I don't care about this show. How I would care is if that underage child that he's dating shows up. Do you know what I mean? Just so we can check that out. And also, if his baby's mother, Black China, showed up. Now we have a piece of a show. By the way, Kylie turns 18 in August. So then we can't call her underage. But how we met them together is how I'll always remember them together. You know, like, you know. And from what I'm understanding, he doesn't have friends in, what's Wayne's label called?
Cash Money.
In Cash Money. He, apparently, Drake and Nicki and the rest of them allegedly look at him like, really, dude, you're 25, a single father of 1, and you're dating a 17-year-old? And Wayne allegedly doesn't like it because, you know, little Wayne's daughter, Regina, she's been here before. She's like 17 at this point, you know, so dads look at this like, Tyga, are you crazy? And I'm suspicious of old men who date young girls. And I don't mean old like if you're 50 and you're dating an 80-year-old. And I don't mean old like, you know, if you're 30 and you're dating a 50-year-old. I'm talking if you're 25 dating a 17-year-old. There's something wrong about that. Something that says, okay, he's got a tick where he can't even compete with maybe a girl with a college degree his age. Like mentally speaking, he's not even on our level. So he's got to date a child because a child will worship him and listen to every word he says. And to me, that is a tick that's where her father or her mother or Caitlyn, you need to talk to your daughter about the mentality of a 25-year-old single father mentality dating your 17-year-old. That's all. Anyway, if you care to watch, this show is a go. It's called Kingin with Tyga. And it premieres July 24th at 11:30 on MTV 2. Now, let me just ask, I'm curious. Just one more question about the story. Honestly, and clap it like you mean it, if you'll be watching. Oh, but you hesitated. But you'll be watching. Okay, all two of you. We'll fix them during the commercial break. Okay. So Derek Jeter is still with his model girlfriend, Hannah Davis, the one with the beautiful eyes. They were on a romantic trip in Italy. And during the trip, they went to a pizza restaurant. I wonder what that pizza tastes like. Like real Italian pizza from Italy. Because they probably don't make it like they make it here or like they make it in Chicago. Like, is it thin crust crispy the way I like it? And do they only slice the pie in 4 sections the way I like it? Like, what is this 8-section pie thing going on? If I'm gonna eat a slice of pizza, I want a slab. You know what I mean? I like to bite the tip without the fold, and then about 3 bites in, I like to fold it with my pointer finger, right? And then I like to put a piece of wax paper and a paper towel on my lap, because you know some grease is gonna come out, and I like to eat it all the way up to the last red part of the crust. And then, if the crust is good, I'll let that slip in my mouth. But generally speaking, I'm not a crust. Are you a crust? And I love Chicago deep dish pizza. It's the only place where I'll eat a deep dish, in Chicago. And I like it stuffed with sausage in the middle. It's like 2 inches thick, and the cheese is in there too. And then they put tomato sauce on the top, but not like from the can, like real tomatoes, like crushed, it's like tomato sauce. Anyway, but look. Anyway, so they were at this pizza restaurant in Italy eating real pizza. Well, apparently, he made Hannah split the bill for their meal. And no, it wasn't just any, look, no, it wasn't just any splitation. Look, they both have American Express black cards. He pulls out his, she pulls out hers. They give them both to the waiter. Derek is worth $185 million. And Hannah's worth $3 million. They say to have this black card, you have to spend about $250,000 a year on Amex. My thing is, and I don't mind paying for a guy, you know what I'm saying? I've never been like that girl, as long as he's able to give me something else good. Whatever that is. Do you know what I mean? But here's the problem. You know, how expensive was the pizza and why'd they have to split it like that? Like, why didn't he just say, okay, Hannah, you pay for lunch with yours and I'll pay for dinner with mine? But this whole splitation made the maitre d' or the waiter go, what? And that's how the story got out. They had to know we would find out about this story. Anyway, Derek, really, Derek? You're a better woman than most, Hannah. Let's move along.